Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. The Israelites have been scattered across the four corners of the earth, as prophesied in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. Here in Israel United in Christ, we need your help to recover the remnant of our people, teach them the gospel. Please help us, support us, and join or donate to the Booster Club today. Shalom.
You say you don't believe we're cursed? Is that what it was? Yeah. Okay. Watch this, and I'm going to deal with his question, or his, I guess, his concerns. Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47, and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Come on.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
No more is this place going to be called the greatest nation on the face of the earth.
Right.
You understand? Read.
Take the millstones and grind meal.
Now they're going to be our slaves. When you read the book of Isaiah 60, they're going to build up the kingdom of heaven for us.
Yes.
Thus saith the Lord. Read.
Uncover thy locks. Take bare the leg.
It says take bare the leg. Read.
Uncover the thigh. Pass over the river.
So this is going into what? Nakedness. Nakedness is going into what? Your sins have now been uncovered.
Right.
For all of the iniquity that they've done against the children of Israel since the start of time, there's going to come a day when they pay for all of it.
Right.
You understand? Why in the world, when we do something wrong, we go straight to jail or we get killed? But when they kill us in the street, they walk free.
Right.
It's because it's not their time yet.
Right.
God put them over us for our sins.
That's right.
Give me Romans 13 and 3. God put them over us to punish us. We different from them.
Right.
When they sin, all right, it is what it is. But when we sin, yeah, we get treated horribly.
Right.
Read what you got.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works. So it says rulers are not a terror to good works. He told us, I'm going to send you to these other countries and nations for you to get your mind right. So if you do what I say while you're there, rulers, they're not going to mess with you. Read. For rulers are not a terror to good works.
I'm answering your question right here, boss. Now you got this over there, bro. Oh, you from across the street. I got you. All right, go ahead.
For rulers are not a terror to good works.
So it says rulers are not a terror unto good works. So as Israelites, if we do what we're supposed to do, we don't got to worry about the police. Read.
But to the evil will thou then not be afraid of the power?
You see that? But to the evil, they should be afraid of the power. Why? Because that's the people who get gunned down in the streets for living a sinful life. Now my brother said we are not cursed. That's what he says. All right. So we're not cursed. So I want you to speak on it real quick. State your cause, and I'll show you otherwise in the Bible. So you say we're not cursed. Can you prove, support your statement?
I mean, our curse was relieved by Christ.
Okay, that's a different curse. You know what curse that's talking about?
Okay, so what curse are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I'm talking about a totally different curse. That curse was the law of sacrifice when you read the book of Galatians. Okay. Yes, I agree with you on that.
Right.
All right, so you understand that's the law of sacrifice.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
I'm talking about this, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Bring it out!
This is the curses I'm talking about. There's two different curses.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, will not listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day.
Come on.
That all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
Come on.
Shall come upon thee. And overtake thee.
Yes.
So you saying that?
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm trying to go back on.
Okay.
You said the Native Americans
Yes.
are cursed
Yes.
because of Deuteronomy.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Can I show you? You got what I want? Watch this, my brother. Watch this.
I'm doing my best.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28.
I'm doing my best not to curse.
What do you need to curse for, brother?
That's just the way I talk. But I'm
Well, control yourself. You're a grown man.
I'm being
Control
respectful.
yourself.
I'm being
No reason to get to that point. Read this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 31.
Watch this.
Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes.
So the Bible prophesied thousands of years ago that the Israelites' ox would be slain before their eyes. Now, in the 1400s, 1492, when the conquistadors came over here to this land, what did they do to the buffalo on this land? Because remember, that was the Native Americans' resource for food, clothing, shelter. What did they do to the buffalo? Right, they decimated the buffalo. They wiped them off. Not for them to eat or use, they just did that to kill the people off. Read this again.
Verse 31.
Come on.
Thine ox shall be slain before thine enemies. Excuse me. Verse 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof.
You see that thing? That's a prophecy that came to pass for the Native American and Seminole Indians.
Native Americans are not Israelites.
Yes, they are, according to the scriptures. Give me that in 2nd Ezra 13. And this is the reason why you say that is because you've been taught this Bible by the wrong people.
That's right.
All right, I will help you with that. I was taught wrong too. There's a lot of things I never saw because I was taught wrong. But if you get taught correctly, your eyes will be opened up. The truth will make you free. All right, read what you got.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13.
Okay, before we get there. Okay, because I got the answer right here, right? So I need to hear your answer first. So how did they, the Native Americans, get to America? Because remember, they was here before the conquistadors.
They were here before Christ.
Yeah, I agree with that. But how did they get here?
They were here before the Israelites.
They are the Israelites, but I'm asking you, how did they get here?
They walked across the land bridge in Asia.
What'd you say?
They walked across the land bridge from from Russia to Alaska.
Okay, who taught you that?
I know who taught me.
Who taught you that?
Science taught me that.
Okay, give me that in Timothy 6:20.
Bring it on! Bring it up!
Watch this. That's what I'm telling you. Like, I'm not mad at you, and I know you're my brother, but the reason why you're thinking like that is because of this man right here. Watch this.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 20.
Come on.
O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust.
The thing that he's talking about that should be committed to our trust is these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Meaning what? None of these things shall fail. Okay? Read.
Which is, and avoid profane and vain babbling.
It says, avoid vain and profane babblings. Read.
And oppositions of science, falsely sold.
It says, in oppositions of science, falsely so called. So it says, avoid that. I want you to read it all the way through again.
Verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust.
This Bible is committed to our trust. That's why we lean to it for every answer, every question. Read.
Avoiding profane and vain babbling. And oppositions of science, falsely so called.
You see that? So we avoid oppositions of science.
Right.
If it doesn't match up with this Bible, you're to avoid it.
Right.
Isaiah 34:16, they go back to 2nd Ezra. Watch this. I'm going to show you, my brother. Because we got the answer right here.
Right.
So I'm going to show you that scientific answer, it's wrong because it goes against what God says.
That's right.
Watch this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 34 and verse 16.
Come on.
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
This is what we should commit to our trust. Read.
No one of these shall fail.
Nothing in this Bible will fail us. Read.
Right. And none shall want her mate.
McGraw-Hill won't want her mate. None of these science books, Newton, none of them, Socrates, none of them will want to mate with this Bible. Now, give me 2nd Ezra 13:40. Watch this.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 40.
Come on.
Those are the 10 tribes.
Those are who?
The 10 tribes.
The northern kingdom of Israel. The northern kingdom of Israel, you look on this sign right here. Face it to us really quick. All right. Hey, bro, you're teaching right now. Come on, bro. All right, Ephraim on down. Ephraim on down. This is the northern kingdom of Israel. So that's what it's referring to right here. Read on.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king.
Now, let me ask you a historical question to make sure we're lining everything up. The 10 tribes of Israel were taken captives by which nation?
The 10 tribes. The Bible?
Yeah, the 10 tribes of Israel were taken captives by which nation?
Was it Babylon?
No, sir. That nation right before Babylon.
I don't know.
The Assyrians. Okay, the Assyrians. Now, it's in 2nd Ezra, it's picking up on that account. Okay? Read it again from verse 40.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea, the king of Salmanasseh.
Come on.
The king of Assyria.
Say that, the king of Assyria. Read.
Led away captive.
Led away captive. Watch this.
And he carried them over the waters. And so came they into another land.
They came into another land. Come on.
But they took this counsel.
So when they were taken prisoners, they were frustrated. They wanted to keep their laws. Because when they were captives in Assyria, they couldn't keep their laws anymore. So they came together in council. Read.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they will leave the multitude of the heathen.
That they would leave the multitude of the heathen. The heathen in this instance was the Assyrians. Read.
And go forth into a further country.
And they went forth into a further country. So they said, we're going to leave from this side of the earth and go forth into a further country. Now it's going to tell us the path that they took. Read.
Where never mankind dwelt.
Where what?
Never mankind dwelt.
What did Columbus call this land? He called it the what? The New World, right? The New World where never mankind dwelt. You understand? That would be new if nobody ever lived there before. Now, I encourage you to do your research. Research Christopher Columbus tonight and look up how he discovered America. You know how he did? The same way we're reading about it right here. We read the prophet Ezra. Or Esdras, and that's how he found the path to the new world, known as Arsenic. We're going to read it. Finish that off. Watch this.
Whenever mankind dwelt,
come on,
that they may keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
That's why they got taken as slaves, because they broke God's commandments. Remember, we started off in Deuteronomy 28, and he said, go back to it, Deuteronomy 28:64. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Read.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other. There shall not, and there thou shalt serve other gods.
You see that? They were serving other gods. They said they didn't want to do that no more. They wanted to serve the one true God. So they said, all right, let's come together and let's go to the new world. Now let's go back and learn the path that they took. Read.
The Native Americans didn't read that Bible.
They're in the Bible. They're in it and they help write it. I'm going to show you. Read.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 43.
Come on.
They entered into the Euphrates by a narrow passage of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them.
So it says they entered into the Euphrates. You understand? It's telling you what? This is the path. This is the map right here. The same path that Christopher Columbus took. Read.
And show signs for them.
And did what?
Show signs for them.
The Most High God, he held still the river so they could make it all the way over to this land. Read.
And held still the flood.
Come on.
Till they were passed over.
Read.
For through that country there was a great way to go.
There was a great way to go. So it's going to tell you how long it took to get from Assyria, which is this part of the world, all the way to the Americas. Read.
For there was a great way to go, namely of a year.
It took them how long?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. It took them a year and a half by boat to leave from Assyria to come over here to the Americas.
Right.
That's how you get the Native Americans. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Now,
that's cumbersome.
Hold this up for me, officer. All right. Tell you what. Come around here and stand.
So what's the reason why?
All right. Now, take a look. Look at the article of clothing right here. Would you agree that this is how Native Americans dress? Would you agree, yes or no?
Some.
What would you say, my brother?
I'm
different,
You would say,
yeah.
Yeah, you would say, yeah, they don't dress like that anymore unless it's like a ceremony or something, right? All right. Now, give me the book of Numbers, chapter 15, 38. Let's keep this up as he reads it, okay? Watch this.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38.
Come on.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Unto who?
Unto the children of Israel.
Only to the Israelites. Read.
And bid them that they make them fringes.
That they make what?
Fringes.
What?
Fringes.
What is that? What's that right there? Those are fringes. Those are fringes. Those are fringes.
Of their garment.
And the borders of their garment. The borders is at the end and all the way around. Read.
Throughout their generation.
How long?
Throughout their generation.
The reason why they left Assyria is so they could come over here and keep the customs that God gave them.
Yes.
Now, let's direct our attention over here to this picture. Give me that in Chronicles. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Read it.
The book of First Chronicles, chapter 5 and verse 18.
Come on.
The sons of Reuben.
The sons of who?
Reuben.
Which are the Seminole Indians. Read.
And the Gadites.
And the Gadites, which are the Native American Indians. Read.
And half the tribe of Manasseh.
And half the tribe of Manasseh. Come on.
A valiant man.
Valiant man. Read.
Men able to bear buckler and sword and to shoot with bow.
And to do what?
Shoot with bow.
Hold on one second. I gotta wait till this motorcycle get out the way. They gotta hear this again. Read that all the way through.
The book of First Chronicles, chapter 5 and verse 18.
Come on.
Now, the sons of Reuben and the Gadites and half the tribe of Manasseh.
Come on.
A valiant man. Men able to bear buckler and sword.
Watch this.
And to shoot with bow.
And to shoot with what?
Bow.
With what?
A bow.
Who's that?
Bring it
Who
out.
is that?
Bring it out.
It's just that. Give me Job chapter 8 verse 8. You can put it back down. You can put it down. Thank you, officer.
But why don't they...
Watch this, brother.
Hold on. But answer me one question. Why don't my Native American brothers and sisters preach from that Bible?
I'm going to show you right now. Give me Deuteronomy 33. I forget the verse. Find it with Judah's going to teach the people. Find me that one. But before you read that, what I call Job 8 and 8. Okay? Watch this. Give me Job 8 and 8, and then we'll get to Deuteronomy 33. That's a good question. Watch this.
The book of Job, chapter 8 and verse 8.
Come on.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
Read.
And prepare thyself.
And do what?
Prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
Right. Prepare ourselves for the search of our fathers. Now, when it comes to the 12 tribes of Israel, every tribe ain't the same. I'm going to tell you straight up. Give me Psalm 76 and 1. So when you see majority of us, the so-called Judites today, so-called African, the real Judites, so-called African Americans, that's us. That's why you mainly see us out on the streets teaching. It's for a reason. All right, then I'm going to deal with Gad and Reuben. Read what you got.
The book of Psalms, chapter 76 and verse 1.
Come on.
In Judah is God known.
In Judah is God known. In Judah, that's what? Judah's the lead tribe. Judah's going to be responsible for gathering the children of Israel. Read.
In Judah is God known. And his name is great in Israel.
His name is great in Israel. There is a ranking tier, man. It ain't the same. You say, why ain't they because it's not, no. It's not their time yet. That's why. Give me 1 Chronicles 5 and 1 before you get Deuteronomy 33.
I respect your command. I got to bounce there.
Oh, come on, bro. We ain't done. We answering your questions. Come on, boss. Give me a few more minutes. Come on, bro. 1 Chronicles 5 and 1. Come on, boss. Come on.
The book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 5 and verse 1. Now the sons of Reuben.
That's the Seminole Indians, okay? Reuben, watch this.
The firstborn of...
They was the firstborn, right? So meaning what? The birthright normally goes to who? The firstborn, right? Read.
The firstborn of Israel.
Come on.
For he was the firstborn.
He was the firstborn, read.
But for as much as he defiled his father's bed.
He defiled his father's bed by sleeping with one of his concubines. Read.
His birthright was given unto the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel.
Joseph was what? The son that got sold into Egypt, and from him came Ephraim and Manasseh. Right. So the birthright passed Reuben and went to Joseph. Read.
And the genealogy is not to be reckoned after the birthright.
Meaning what? You never change the birthright. You can't just skip it. That never happens. But the Most High, he had a plan. Read.
For Judah prevailed above his brethren.
What happened?
For Judah prevailed above his brother.
Judah prevailed above his brother. Because you asked the question, how come they not teaching it like that? Because we teaching it like that.
Right.
God chose us to do it. He chose us to lead the 12 tribes back to repentance.
Right.
Deuteronomy 33, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 7.
Read.
And this is the blessing of Judah.
This is the blessing of Judah. Read.
And he said, hear, Lord, the voice of Judah.
Come on.
And bring him unto his people.
God said Judah will be brought where?
Unto his people.
You see that? What do you think we're doing right now? We out here on the street corners coming to the scattered,
right,
to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and showing them, thus saith the Lord, that they are the true Israelites according to the Bible. Read on.
And bring him unto his people.
Read.
Let his hands be sufficient for him.
Come on.
And be thou an help to him from his enemies.
You see that? And be thou a help to him from his enemies. Is that it on that?
Yes, sir.
All right, give me Ezekiel 37 and 19. Last scripture for you, okay? Ezekiel 37 and 19.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 19.
Is that what I want? I want the one, 15. I think it's 15.
Verse 15.
Watch this.
The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick.
Yeah, that's it. Take thee one stick. So that's what we did. When you see all of this out here, we didn't make this up. The Bible told us to do it. You understand? So it says, take this piece of wood, this stick. Read.
Take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel.
It says, for Judah, which is the southern kingdom, and for the children of Israel, which is Ephraim on down, which is the northern kingdom. Read.
For Judah and the children of Israel, his companions.
Come on.
Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim.
You see that? For Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, remember his two children with Ephraim and Manasseh on down. Read.
And for all the house of Israel, his companions.
Read.
And join them.
And do what?
And join them.
It was for us to come out here and join the 12 tribes, not Gad and Reuben.
Right.
So, if you want to know why they're not the ones teaching, because it's not their time yet.
Right.
But keep living. Lord's will you don't get put to death. Keep living. You're going to see them out and about in the 11th hour. And that's when the Messiah is about to come back.
Right.
Okay?
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.